everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to Feather Stitches podcast episode 8. Today is April 10th, and we are podcasting from Airdrie, Alberta, at Becky's house. And it's my birthday month, which is pretty exciting. April 15th is my birthday, so this weekend we'll be celebrating.
Yeah. 5 more days.
5 more days.
5 more days.
And then I'm getting old, and I was kind of complaining about how old I'm getting, and there was this thing on Facebook that said, how old would you be if you reversed your digits? And that was very scary, and I suddenly thought, wow, I'm so young.
That's a great way of looking at it.
I will embrace my age and embrace my birthday, and
Yeah, no kidding.
and my brother's birthday, and there's lots. My husband's, my daughter's birthday.
There's, what did I count? 7?
2 of your kiddos'
2
birthdays.
kids and my husband, obviously. Triplets.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever mentioned that before, but I think we have.
We are sister-in-laws. People think we're cousins, but Becky's married to my triplet brother, James. So we are sister-in-laws. We're not cousins, but Becky's last name is Cousins. My last name is Friend. So it really confuses the whole world when we introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Heather Friend, and this is my sister-in-law, Becky Cousins. Da-dum-dum. So, yeah. I think that's how people get confused as to if we're cousins or friends or sisters or...
Sisters.
Yeah. So we're sisters, yeah. So, anyways, today we are wearing our jerseys, just in support of the tragic event that happened in Humboldt, Saskatchewan, and it feels like the whole country is grieving what happened, and it was tragic, and just too many lives lost, and it was tragic, and but we just wanted to find ways to show our support. We have our hockey sticks out on the front, as does so much of our community in Airdrie here. One of our own local boys is, so far they're saying he is paralyzed. He suffered a bad back injury, so he is paralyzed, and I'm not sure when he's coming home to Airdrie, but I just hope everyone gets their hockey sticks out, and when he's driving home, sees all the support he has. I am a Flames fan, but I'm wearing this Oilers jersey today because there was quite a few Edmonton area boys that lost their lives, and this is just to show my support for Edmonton and Becky for Calgary and Lethbridge area, because Lethbridge lost a son as well. And because really, like, we have our own teams, but this is a community, and
this is everyone bands together.
We band together. So Humboldt strong, and we just want to send our loves out to everybody who was affected by this. The families of the victims, working at urgent care. My heart is breaking for the first responders, for the doctors, the nurses, the medical staff. Oh, it would have been like that to try to remain professional and caring, but just keeping calm during that source of tragedy. My heart breaks for them, actually.
For sure.
So,
definitely.
Not just the families, but also them, because they had to really keep their cool together to save those lives and help those families. So, anyway, so leading into that, I went to my sewing machine this morning because the Calgary Modern Quilt Guild is joining up with the Clinton Modern Quilt Guild, and they are wanting to make 200 lap quilts for families, for the billet families, RCMP, first responders, medical staff. So they're just calling out to the community to make some quilt blocks. And so I just want to show you a picture of what they're asking for dimensions, if you can see this here. And because I did the math to do 200 lap quilts, and they're hoping to do 12 blocks per quilt. That's 2,400 blocks that they're going to be needing to do. So I, this morning, sewed up a quilt block for Humboldt Strong. And I wanted to put this balloon in here just as for the family who lost that loved one. And it's just to represent that lost loved one. And so that was my contribution for the quilt block. I'm hoping to make another one, but if not, I'm still going to just pop this in the mail today or tomorrow.
That's a good idea.
Get it off, and if I can do another one, great. So we'll put the link down here with the Quilt Guild that's doing it, Clinton Modern Quilts for Broncos. If you want to look into possibly making some quilt blocks for this.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
For this, I think it'd be great. So
yeah.
So anyways,
many ways to show support, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty great.
So, you've been busy?
Yes. Yeah, my husband and I, last week, my dad texted me about a month ago, I guess, and just asked if we wanted to fly down to Phoenix and drive their car home for them. They're snowbirds, so they fly off to Phoenix every year right after Christmas and stay down there while it's freezing cold up here. Although I think they came back a little early this year.
Are they regretting it? Probably.
Probably. Yeah. So we flew down to Phoenix on Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning we got up and drove to Vegas, and we decided to stay there 2 nights, and because James had never been to Vegas before, and he's being a concrete guy, has always been fascinated with the Hoover Dam. So we had to go and do the tour. We actually spent about 5 hours at the dam,
my
looking
husband
around,
loves the Hoover Dam.
Like his mind is just blown, and
because he does concrete.
Yeah, he does concrete, so it's so fascinating, and he's like, I need to know more.
That's awesome.
So it was really cool. So we spent 2 days in Vegas.
Where'd you stay?
We stayed at New York.
Did you do the roller coaster?
No. No, we didn't.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm not a huge roller coaster fan. Not anymore. I used to when I was younger, but I get motion sickness so quickly now since having children that I just was like, no thanks.
It's a roller coaster that goes outside the hotel and all around. It's really cool.
Most of the roller coaster is outside.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. And then Thursday we were in the car for 14 hours, and we drove from Vegas up to Butte, which is where I was like, enough is enough. I'm getting out of this car.
Oh, I bet.
Because I drove all day.
Oh, you did all the driving?
I did. I drove all day.
So no knitting time.
No, I can't knit in the car. I tried the first day, and we were only in the car for 5 hours, and I was like, I'm done. I'm going to puke.
Shoot.
So I can't. I did try.
She's the person you want to travel with if you want to knit, because then she has to drive, and she can't knit anyways.
Yeah. I just can't. Even the second day, from Butte home was only, I think it took us 9 hours, but we took our time and had to drive through some snow and whatnot, because of course it was blizzarding by the time we got back north up into Montana. So it was quite the range. You'll laugh when you look at our picture. I'll put some pictures on at the end, and you'll laugh at my pictures because we go from desert and cactus to rainstorms. We drove past a tornado. All of a sudden the emergency alerts are going off on our phones saying, there's a tornado, take shelter. And we're like, what?
It's almost like you were just driving through Calgary weather.
Well, that's true.
It changes every 5 minutes.
It was very very close to home. Yes.
That's crazy.
So, and then into blizzards once we got up into the mountains, and it was such a beautiful drive. Like, I can't believe the countryside. Like, I did that drive when I was a kid, very similar, but I'm like, obviously I was not looking out the window because I don't remember any of that.
Wow.
So it was a lot of fun. So we got home about dinner time on Sunday, and I'm still recovering, but it was fun. It was totally worth it. Now we want to plan something with the kids at some point.
Yeah, road trip would be fun.
I made them this hour-long video of pictures, and we did a parents log while we were driving, so we were videoing and taking videos of what we were seeing, and it ended up being 68 minutes once I got it all put together.
Good for you.
So then we got home Sunday night. We made the kids sit and watch it and talk about all our pictures, and
that's fun.
It's this is modern day slideshows.
They may not appreciate it as much in 5 years as they get to be older teens.
Probably not. But they thought it was fun to be able to laugh at us bickering with each other in the cars. We're taking videos, and
that's awesome.
All of the dad jokes that they so appreciate now.
Yeah, totally. That's so good.
So it was a lot of fun. It was good memories for sure. So
yeah, it was fun. And then 3 weeks ago, we went to Banff for a weekend.
Our weekend when we didn't podcast.
We didn't podcast. We had every good intention.
Too much knitting to do.
We did, and it was too short. So hopefully next year we can maybe go for 2 nights.
If we do 2 nights, then we'd have more time.
Yeah.
We just didn't have a ton of time to just sit in it in the hotel room. So we were very selfish and took all that time to just sit in it and
drink our wine, watch some movies.
Mm-hmm. We did.
We started a new project, the Bradway Shawl by Shannon Cook. So we'll show those off when we show our whips, and I'm loving knitting it.
It is a lot of fun.
It's flying off my needles.
Yeah.
I wanted to try and do some more knitting this past weekend. I took the kids to the cabin last weekend from Thursday to Monday. But it's just easy because you get into the groove of it. So
it's a great one.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a great one.
It's fun. I love it. Anyway, so do you have any finished objects?
Yes, I do. I have my Katie shawl.
I have one. Do you have one?
I have just one, yeah. Okay. So I got my Katie shawl done shortly before we went to Banff. This one's kind of an awkward... I want to show it this way, but it doesn't quite show up on the... to go far away, but... I haven't blocked it yet.
Oh, yeah, so it's going to grow once you block it even more.
Yeah, it's going to stretch out.
Let's draw it back again.
It blends really well. This was... I know I've said it before. This is the Lolo Did It yarn. Her hippos for Hanukkah, and then the matching minis that go along with it. So
you gotta try it on.
I know I haven't even put it on. I was gonna wear it today, but then we decided to wear our. See, I need to stretch it because it's not.
Yeah, you need to like really block the life out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it like crazy, but
good job, really like wearing this Stitching Sisters.
Yes, yeah, their patterns.
Cozy up.
I love their patterns.
Yeah,
they're so great.
You've done so many too already.
Yeah, I've done, the Jamie shawl and this one, and I have...
and then, the sister shawl.
Right, and the My Sister.
I might do the Chrissy one. I've been wanting to cast one on, I just haven't figured out which one, and I do have some DK weight. I'm trying to knit through a lot of my stash this year.
Yes.
I don't have a big stash, so it won't be a problem. Until April 21st at the Fiber Shindig, which I'm looking forward to on April 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to make another one.
I know.
See. Maybe the Chrissy one.
There's some great patterns. I got the sock pattern, and then I just downloaded. Did you see they had the Kiss scarf that JoJo designed? They had it free on Ravelry, so I got that one downloaded quick because I love that scarf. That one I think will be a perfect one to wear in the summer because it'll
that's true.
It'll dress up anything you wear, but it won't be super warm. So, not that we ever get a lot of heat up here.
I know. And then it's warm, and then 5 minutes later, hailstorm, and then 5 minutes after that, turn on the air conditioners, it's hot.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
So, last week I showed some secret knitting of just a toe.
That's right.
And I flew through these socks. But
you
look
did.
At these socks. So, these were birthday socks for Katie. So Katie actually has something knitted now. Yay, Katie! No more sorry, Katie.
Finally.
So she turned 13 on April 3rd. And so I spent all of April 2nd knitting one sock. And then, I think the end of March, I just cast it on. It wasn't too long ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
It was right before our last podcast. So
I couldn't believe it when she sent me the picture, and I was like, holy cow, you're flying through those.
Yes, I flew through these.
Striped socks are the best for that.
So this is a Biscotti Yarns, and I'm not sure what my toe and heel are. It's some leftover gray wool that I had from something.
It's a beautiful tonal gray.
It matches perfect.
It does. Adds to the stripes.
And I have so much left over, so Mama's going to get herself a pair of matchy socks for Harry Potter. So on the weekend, we watched the 7th Harry Potter movie.
Oh, fun.
And Katie's like, wait, I have to put my socks on. So she went down and grabbed her socks, and we watched Harry Potter with her new socks on her toes.
Nice.
So, yeah. Happy birthday,
so
Katie.
Awesome.
That was fun. That was really
Yay,
fun.
Katie.
Yeah. So that's my one and only foe. How many whips do you got?
That's funny. I have a few. I have 3.
Me too.
4.
Okay, you start then.
Okay. I'll just show you this one quick. I've shown you these ones a few times, but I reignited my passion to get these done because I started these socks when we went to Vegas in September last year. Yeah. And I've just been slowly puttering away at them. And I was knitting in the car one day. My daughter was doing physio for a while, and I was knitting away on the top of this one. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I just started working on the cuff.
Yes.
So I never counted rows or anything. So I've been trying to repeat it on this one.
Yeah.
But when we were heading into Vegas, I'll put the picture in, but I got a picture of my sock in the car next to the sign saying that we were going towards Vegas.
That's
I'm like,
fun.
It's coming back to Vegas.
These are your Vegas
These are my
socks.
biggest socks.
Yes.
So, which is super fun. But these colors just blow me away. They're not showing up super
They're
great.
beautiful. Is that?
This is Yarn Ink.
Oh, Yarn Ink.
And it's the Hummingbird colorway.
nice.
And I just love them. Like, I couldn't even bring myself to add another yarn to them because they're just...
Oh, yeah.
They're just so beautiful.
And I love how they're striping.
Oh, like, it's just stunning. Like, even still, like, I've been knitting them for a while, and I still just get fascinated as I watch the colors go through on the needles, and so it's been fun. So I'm halfway through.
She's gonna be at the fiber shindig.
Yes, I know. I'm halfway through Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and then I had to stop and feed my kids lunch. So I'll keep working on that one later.
Cereal kids.
Yeah, too bad they can't reach the counters yet.
That's true. Well, this is empty. Why do I still have this in here?
Eggies.
I was eating my eggies. Oh no, there's one left. Sorry, there's only one.
Oh, that's okay.
So I
candy or something?
Brought my husband's socks to the swimming pool and did a little bit more. So I think when I last showed you guys, I was down by somewhere on the toe. So, and again, we were talking about how wearing the, well, I guess knitting with the Edmonton colors is love. It's gonna be big sock, a lot of time, a lot of love.
Right.
So these are 72 stitches around.
Wow.
Size 2.5 millimeter needles. I tried these on him last night just to see, because I thought they were gonna be way too big. Like, I think they can almost go bigger. This man has huge feet.
Good grief.
They're so wide. So far so good. Swimming lessons, knitting. So probably on Wednesday, bring this back. I love vanilla socks.
I know, me too. They're so fun. That's the funny thing about this pair of socks is when my son was playing soccer, there's a little girl and her mom that we always sat with, and she loved watching me knit my socks. But every time I would go and I'm working on the same socks, and she made a comment to her mom one day that she's like, "Mom, like, is she ever going to be done those socks?"
They're labors of love.
Yeah. So now that
it's just like that's just what you grab when you go.
Well, exactly. And they sat in my car for a long time, so that I always just had something to grab when I ran in somewhere. So I often forget when I'm grabbing diaper bag and purse and children going out the door. Knitting is not first on my mind, so it always stayed in the car. So that's for a long time.
And I think I should just keep this
bag.
This is in my Sugar Tots project bag. I love this bag too. You have this one, right?
I do, yeah. It has a shawl whip in it that I haven't worked on
for spring.
It is.
So yeah, and then I'll have to show you this little progress keeper. My friend Jocelyn. Hi, Jocelyn. She gave me a little set, so she gave me that one, and then a little tea saucer and a little teacup. And so then the one on here is a coffee mug. So
adorable.
That was fun. So thank you. That's part of my acquisitions. I was a good girl this past few weeks.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I didn't stop. I saw a couple little signs for stores, but we weren't doing any shopping on the trip.
Stop.
And it was so hard not to order some Lolo yarn while I was in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So, but I still haven't done anything with the Lolo yarn that I bought from her last time we were in Vegas. So I was like, oh wait, we'll be back.
At least you finished your hippo for the holidays one.
I did. I finished this one, but that I ordered and had her shipped to me. That's not even the stuff that I ordered while we were there, so.
That's true.
Yes.
What else do you got?
Okay, well, I started this one. So I did buy, I don't know if I actually, oh yes, I did show it.
Oh yes.
This is my Black Cat custom yarn. This was the Sailor Uranus colorway. And so I cast on a pair of shorty socks.
Oh, you've been flying on those since I last saw them.
Yeah. This pattern is amazing. And I this is the Rose City Rollers. I just added a little bit of ribbing at the top just so that they don't roll over so much. I love shorty socks. I wear them all the time. So I wanted to try and see if I could make it with just a little bit of a cuff.
Yeah, that's like these. But yet still feel like they're going to be on you, right?
Yeah, so they'll stay a little better. But this is the first time I actually got my heel flap when I picked up my stitches down the sides. I have no hole on either side. And I was like, I was so proud of myself.
Did you have to break the yarn and start at the other side?
I did not, because I wasn't changing color.
Okay, so it's only when you're changing color.
Yeah.
Because I always run into that problem.
Yeah, it's a little bit finicky when you change the color. So I didn't do that with these ones because they're striping so fun, and I love the way, I love how the stripes change on the heel flap when you're just knitting back and forth. It kind of just gives it this really cool.
Oh yeah, they're almost thicker stripes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. So it makes them look really funky. But this yarn is fantastic.
And the yarn is
It's called Black Cat Custom Yarn.
And she does science or space themed?
I think so. There's a whole so it's the Sailor Moon. There's a whole series of them. So there was a bunch of different colors. There's like Sailor Moon, then there's Sailor Uranus, Sailor Pluto, all the different. It's anime.
Oh, okay.
So these are the ones my daughter picked up on that right away. I didn't know. Sailor Moon was a cartoon, I think, when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So it's anime.
That was my first thought, but I didn't
That's cool.
connect that it was anime. So, yeah. And these are on my my Likey.
Do you like them?
They're not as good as Addie's. Mm-hmm. They're a little
That's what
slower.
I'm thinking with Erin's socks. They're slower.
They're a little bit slower. So, and this yarn is a little bit heavier than my yarning too. So I just feel like everything just moves a little bit slower on these, but I still like them. I like the feel of them. I love how my yarn slides back onto the needles.
Oh, good.
So that I really like, because there's nothing worse than having a join that you're forcing. I'm a tight knitter, so I often, especially in the corners, have to really force that first stitch back onto my needles. So these ones are just smooth, like it just slides right on. So which is nice. So
cool.
So that one's been fun. This is my little homemade project bag that
your drawstring.
This is a fun one. Yeah, drawstring bag. It was kind of just a smorgasbord of fabrics, and then I ended up putting it together upside down and
That's how you figure out what works for you, though, right?
This was supposed to be where the drawstring was, down here. And then I realized when I went to put the drawstring in that it was upside down, so I had to cut a hole in up here.
And then I like how you use the salvage from your fabric.
I use salvage from cotton and steel fabric is my drawstring because I didn't have any. It was really just like I wanted a bag, and so I did what I could until I had a bag.
Yeah, it's a perfect sock sack.
But I love it. It's fun. It's bright pink. I don't lose it anywhere.
Yeah.
And canvas, so it's a little bit sturdy. Anyway, it's great fun.
That's awesome.
Great fun.
So I know I've shown this project before, and I've picked it up again to work on it. So this is for Erin, and it was supposed to be a balaclava.
Right.
I can't knit for other people. I got the socks done finally, but I always run into a complication.
What happened?
I need more yarn.
Uh-oh.
This is Malabrigo VAA, V-A-A colorway, and I have been looking high and low at different yarn shops, calling and asking if they have this yarn, and it is sold out. So I should have gone back and bought 2 skeins. I didn't really pay attention to how much I needed, but you're supposed to have 25 centimeters up, and then you bind off, and you're going to have just an opening just for the eye, and then you have the hat. So this is not going to be enough. So I talked to Erin the other day, and I said, what do you think of a neck warmer? Because my kids have been loving theirs. You can roll it over and just throw it over your neck, roll it over, and then he has a collar, and then he can still pull it up and be a robber. Or, whatever. Got to bring home the bacon somehow. Kidding. So this has my flock fiber. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. Progress keeper on here. So I'm just going to now just keep knitting up till I run out, basically. So hopefully another 3 or 4 inches, and then that way you can bring it nice and high, but still cover his whole neck. And he will love this for when he's hunting.
He will, yeah. It'll be great for spring hunting because you don't necessarily need a full face, and he can wear a dark toque with it. And
it's super thick, so even in the cold winter, because he does do winter stuff too, winter hunting. And then even some people, they just pull it right up and they have it as a hat, but it has a hole in the back, but it works. You can you can bring it up, cover your ears.
He'll wear it.
He'll wear it. So that's okay. Ran out of yarn. Lesson learned. Read the required
Buy 2 of
amount.
everything.
I should have.
That's the lesson you learned. Buy 2 of everything.
Trying to, just make him a present and just be economical. Buy 1 skein. Oops. Yeah. Sometimes when you make quilts, they give you the yardage requirements and you always have extra. Like they always allow for extra, right? But I don't think this pattern that I was following, this is Trav's Balaclava pattern on Ravelry. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And so it's just gonna be one long tube. But my daughter, I should post a picture again of her wearing hers the other day. She loves it. She wears it all the time. She just pulls it up, down, loves it. So I think this is a really good thing to have anyways. And this is in my Archie drawstring bag that I made with my flock fiber pin on it. Just a little drawstring.
Super cute.
Yeah. So just one of our other drawstring bags. Yeah, so that's that one.
Fun.
What else do you got?
Okay, I have one more. In my Mrs. Brown's bags.
Is this your shawl?
No.
So you have two more.
Yes.
Do you have it here? Okay, good.
Yes. So this was, we showed you guys last week our yarn that we were so generously gifted by the lovely ladies at Willow and Wool. So this is the unique, they don't have colorways, not that I can remember, but this is the super bulky, right?
This
or chunky.
Chunky.
It's called chunky. I think the colorways are just numbers.
Yes, they are just numbers.
I decided I'm going to make a headband to wear. So I found a pattern. I showed it last time. And I'm just using my short little 16-inch needles, but they're working great.
Yeah.
They're just Chiagus. I pulled them out of the packaging to make this, so they're still like, I'm not stretching the cord.
Yeah.
You could easily do this on straight needles. It would probably work better. But anyways, it's just this really cute little pattern. It's got a cable up the middle. Super quick. This I did in one evening. I haven't picked it up again since, but I can't wait to finish it and block this out because it'll be perfect for walks this spring when it's still cool in the evening. I like to cover my ears when I go out for walks and stuff like that. So I can't wait to get this finished. I love how it's striping these nice big thick stripes.
Yeah, and it looks like the cable fits right in between each colored stripe.
I know, isn't it
That's
beautiful?
Cool. Yeah.
It's working out really well. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's nice.
I'm loving this.
That's good.
It's knitting up quick, so I'll pick that up again and finish it here soon.
That's cool. I haven't started my project with my chunky wool.
Well, you had to go and look for more.
Yeah, I did, which I'll show you in a minute.
Perfect.
So let's show our Broadway shawls. So that's my last whip. This is in one of my other Harry Potter bags.
Mine's in my fringe field bag.
Her bag's way cooler than my bag.
I love my fringe field bag. Love it. So perfect for a big project like this.
It is. I want one so badly. Okay, so this is the shawl we're making by Shannon Cook. The Broadway shawl. It's growing.
Wow.
These are the three colors. I'm using Madeline Tosh yarns.
Beautiful.
Those are my three colors.
Beautiful.
And this is how far I've gotten.
Oh, look at you go.
Nice. Like it's flying. It's almost going too fast because I'm trying to enjoy the process, but I just love it and I am enjoying it, so why not?
Well, exactly. Love what you knit, right?
Yeah. So I just love this tiled stitch, even though it's a little bit of a pain to knit because it's purling and you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
And like I like to say, I'm a garter stitch pig, so I love this garter stitch. And then this beautiful twisted rib and this mustard colorway. It's kind of blowing out there.
Beautiful.
So I'm halfway through this next twisted rib section, and then I have to do this tile stitch. And I think you just do the border. Yeah, then it's just border. And I have a whole other skein. It calls for 2 skeins of your main color. And I might make my border just thicker.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to see how it goes.
Yeah, you can just keep going.
This bottom part here is where my main color is going to be.
Yeah, so you could just keep going.
I might make it thicker just to use up the yarn. And
yeah, that's a great idea.
I sure love big shawls.
That's fun.
My daughter is eyeing it up. Katie wants it. She's like, oh, Mom, I just love those colors.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, Katie, you don't get it.
So these are my colors. I have 4. So the blue and the purple here on the bottom, those are working as my main color. And then the green and the white are the 2 contrasting colors.
So pretty.
So I'm not quite as far, but pretty close.
Yeah.
I only have a couple rows left on my garter.
Wow. Oh, you can see the tile stitch really good in that green.
Yeah, it just pops right out. Yeah, so I started with the blue on the bottom part. This is the main color. I think we're showing the wrong side, but that's okay.
Oh, let's turn around.
That makes a huge difference. But yeah, so this is the blue down here, and then this is the purple.
You can see it very well. It's like a...
It's a really,
That's the color
plum
there.
purple. And then, So I'll do that for this section, and then when I get back down to the other border, I'm going to do the blue again. And then the rest of it will stay the green and white in between.
I like how you're doing the 4 colors. I don't know if you follow her on Instagram at Color Me Happy, at Color Me Happy 2 or at Color Me Happy. She did hers in 4 colors.
Yes. Yeah, I went through on the hashtag and looked at a bunch of different ones to figure out how to do the 4 colors, because I knew I wanted all 4 in it.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't quite sure how to switch it up. But I'm loving the way it's turning out.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be great.
And then I'm just going to block the life out of mine just to really get it to stretch out and show off that tile. And yes.
Yeah, this is Estelle worsted yarn that I bought out at Sugar Pine in Canmore.
Very nice.
A year ago already. And now I'm finally using it up, so it's fun. But I just love the bright colors. Like, it's just so fun, so much contrast. After my Katie shawl, which didn't have a ton of contrast in it, it's
I
fun
have
to
some
do.
of these colors in the same yarn because I really want to do Nina Phillips' Snow Day shawl.
Yes.
That's another thing on my needle, or going to be on my needles, that I want to use to knit up my stash. I'm determined. I want to get lots of projects done of knitting up my stash.
Yeah, that's fun. Well, I won a pattern from Honeybee Knits on her. She had a knit along during the Olympics, and I won a pattern. So I got the Comfort Fade Cardi.
Nice.
That Katie, a ton of people have been doing it now, but Katie on Cozy Up Knits did hers, and
yeah, she showed hers off on Thursday.
Gorgeous. Love how it turned out. So I'm gonna start that. I bought yarn at one of the fiber festivals last fall, or maybe it was last spring. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I bought yarn to do a Find Your Fade shawl.
In fingering weight.
In fingering weight, yes. But then since then I've done the Hohi Locatelli Starting Point Cal, and then I did the My Sister shawl, which are both these huge, beautiful shawls, and especially my Sister shawl, because it was in DK weight.
Oh yeah, yours was really big. But
ginormous.
Generally the Hohi shawl would have been technically bigger, but yeah, because yours is
but
DK,
mine is
bigger,
huge.
Yeah.
So I have these 2 really big shawls that I already have, and my Bradway's shawl is going to be fairly big once it's done.
Yeah.
So I decided to take the yarn that I was going to use to make my Find Your Fade, and I'm going to use it now to do the cardigan. So I'm very excited about that.
And then you have to do the math to figure out how to convert.
Yes, so I have to convert it to fingering weight, but I found this great little tutorial. I don't know what I did with it. It's in my knitting stuff. Anyways, but it's this whole little sheet that helps you do all the math to change the stitches over and stuff like that. So you go through your pattern and do all the math and stuff like that.
Oh, you'll be able to do it. You're so smart.
And with the cardigan, you can try it on and stuff the whole time and make sure, that it's fitting properly. So
yeah,
I'm excited. I'm very excited to start that. So that's one of my big.
That's cool.
Can't wait to get it on the needles.
Projects, awesome. So. Yeah, me too. I'll show you my one acquisition, other than my cute stitch markers from Jocelyn. But so this was my yarn from Willow and Wool.
So fun.
It's so fun. And so last podcast I showed that I want to do a brioche cowl because I've never done brioche and I really want to try it. So I think this will be a fun way to try it out. So then I went to Stash the other day and wanted to find some deep purple chunky yarn.
That's perfect.
Look at that. It's blowing out. Ugh.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So this is what I'm going to do to mix it in with that. And then that way this will just kind of be like a peekaboo of bright color next to this purple.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I just got this week when I was downtown Calgary. So
nice.
This is going on my needles soon.
Oh, that'll be so nice to wear.
It's hard to decide on the colors, but I knew I wanted dark purple, but then I was like, well, maybe I should do mint, or maybe I should do, but I'm happy with this color. So, and this is, Malabrigo. The colorway is Purple Mystery.
Ooh.
It's going to be mystery figuring out how to do brioche.
Very appropriate.
Always fun to learn new things. So, yeah.
I do have one little acquisition. It is not necessarily knitting related. So, we didn't actually go shopping anywhere, but we stopped at this one gas station and they had all these, I don't even know what you call them, touristy things. They were all these like wooden signs and stuff like that. And I saw these pictures.
Oh, I love that.
And there were these little paintings on canvas, and they were all these different like old farm buildings with quilt blocks on them.
Love it. Oh, love it.
And they were $5 each.
No, that's so perfect.
So I only bought 2, but I could have bought them all. But I just love them.
Those
I'm
are
like,
beautiful.
how cute is that?
And isn't that neat with the green and gold for like what happened this week at Humboldt, Saskatchewan? And
yeah. So I thought those were super cute.
Because we are quilters at heart as well.
We are
knitters and we are quilters. We just haven't been quilting very much lately.
Not lately, no.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so that
was my little acquisition. That's all I bought in the last.
That's good.
While, which is
behaving ourselves.
I know.
It's good. We're knitting up a storm, behaving ourselves.
Yeah.
So what else? That's that for that.
That's that. So our big announcement is that we hit over 300 subscribers.
Yay!
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Which is super fun. So we're going to do a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie from Cozy Up Knits contacted me and said that she would...
Cozy Up with the Stitching Sisters.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
It's such a long name. We always mess it up. Sorry, ladies. Yeah.
It's true. Anyways. She's going to donate a pattern of your choice to the winner. Mm-hmm. And then we are going to make up a project bag for the winner. So we'll have that to show next week. We did some fabric shopping, actually. Surprisingly enough, we didn't buy any yarn on our little knitting getaway. No. We went to the fabric store and we bought a bunch of fabric to make project bags.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a sew day next week and we're going to get some bags made up and we'll have one for the giveaway and hopefully some more for our shop.
We are planning on an Etsy shop. I've been asked by a few people and I have sold like this Harry Potter bag, for instance. I sold a few of these on Facebook and online. Mm-hmm. And so some people that have purchased these bags have been asking, do I have an Etsy shop? They want to order some more bags. And we always love sewing and quilting. And
we do, yeah.
So we are going to be starting to make some bags. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully next week, well, not next week, the next podcast, whenever we can get to our next podcast. My son is doing a special program to hopefully learn to read next week. So we are going to be spending all of our time next week in Calgary at the special school. And so everyone just keep Weston in your thoughts and prayers that this school is what he needs to get reading and writing. And because he is so frustrated that he can't read and can't write. And so anyways, that's my week next week is going to be devoted to getting this boy the help he needs.
Yeah.
So then hopefully the next week we can announce a winner for our giveaway. And Becky, because of her brilliant brain, and she's like my tech person, she's my Sarah, even though she hasn't knit my boxy sweater for me yet. Everyone needs a Sarah, right? Right? Everyone needs a Sarah. So, no pressure. She has nothing else to do with her time. Like she only has 6 kids. Anyways, so where was I going with this? Yes, so next podcast, we're going to have a project bag, and Becky has set up a Ravelry Feather Stitches group.
Feather Stitches podcast group on Ravelry.
So if you guys can all head over to Ravelry, check it out, and then Becky will make up, right? Thread.
Yes.
Look at us sounding so technical. A thread on the Ravelry page to enter to win for our 300 subscriber giveaway. And there will be a project bag and a pattern of your choice from Cozy Up with the Stitching Sisters. And we will draw a winner for that on our next podcast. So hopefully the end of April. Yeah. Like the 3rd week in April or 4th week in April. And then we have some more exciting things happening because Willow and Wool has reached out to us and asked if we would be up for podcasting an episode in their yarn shop.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So exciting. They're doing a grand opening on May 12th, right?
Yeah, right before Mother's Day.
Yeah, just before Mother's Day, which is so exciting. So, so we're going to come in to the shop one night before then, obviously, so we can get it up and do our podcast from the store, which is so exciting. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. We'll show it off.
We'll show, what they have, what they carry. You can meet Barb and Michelle and see the pottery that they have. And
such a beautiful store.
Yeah, and beautiful people that run it. Like, that makes a huge difference, too, when the people that run it are just so friendly and helpful and, they're awesome ladies. I know. So, Willow and Wool grand opening May 12th. So, we'll be podcasting there.
So excited.
And that'll be fun. And if you guys are in the area, I would love it if everyone can go and support Willow and Wool for their grand opening.
Definitely.
On May 12th. So exciting times for that.
Tell your husbands.
Yeah.
They can go shop for you for Mother's Day.
Yeah. yeah, because next day is Mother's Day, so that can be your Mother's Day shopping.
Drag them out to the grand opening, show them what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So that's what's in the near future. So, yeah.
Exciting.
What else? This weekend I might be going to Lethbridge now.
What?
I just go where the wind takes me.
Oh, yes, for the cheerleading.
Yeah, my 16-year-old has a cheerleading competition, and originally just my husband was going to go, but now we might go and make a night of it in Lethbridge and see her Friday night performance and her Saturday performance, and then we will head home at lunchtime because Becky is hosting a birthday party for all of us April birthday people, and my mom's making a big Black Forest cake.
Gotta be home for that.
She asked me today if it was wrong for her to put brandy in it. And I said, no, Mom, no.
No.
But the children.
No.
The children can eat store-bought cupcakes.
That's right. No, Auntie Kelly's making cupcakes.
Oh, Auntie Kelly is. Perfect.
Yes. We love it.
I was like, Mom, you can use the brandy. It's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Black Forest cake for the adults, cupcakes for the kids.
Yeah. So thanks, Mom.
Everybody gets.
Speaking of Mom, last time I showed her hat that I made for her.
Yes.
Thinking, oh, she won't watch this before I give it to her. I was going to give it to her at dinner time when she came over to watch Heartland with Katie.
Mm-hmm.
So we podcasted. I think this uploaded at about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
She texted me about 3:45, 4 o'clock. Oh, I see you guys podcasted. Mom, do not watch it. Hit pause. Do not watch it. Just wait. Tee-hee, too late. She's like, that's a very nice hat you made for me.
Aww.
so
cute.
Yeah, so busted.
So
oh, well, but Kate never saw the socks, so that's
perfect.
Good. Yeah. So, anyways.
Sneaky knitting, you know?
Yeah, we try so hard.
I know. Yeah.
We'll keep trying. Yeah, so that's it from us crazy ladies.
Yeah.
Life's been busy. Yeah.
Yes.
So have a good weekend. Let's hope that spring is coming and all this snow. We still have snowdrifts that are like 4 feet high. Will just melt.
Yeah.
I want spring to come. It's my birthday.
I know.
I like to have spring on my birthday.
Spring.
So let's hope for that. Sunday.
We can always hope.
Yeah. So have a good rest of the week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks
to announce
hopefully.
the winner. So go into the Ravelry page.
Go to our Ravelry page.
Feather Stitches podcast group. Enter our giveaway.
Yep. Just leave us a little comment, wave, thumbs up, whatever. Just something to say that you were there.
Exactly. Dot if you want. Like, it doesn't matter. But
tell us a joke. Anything you want.
Comment would be fun.
It would
I'd
be
like
fun.
to get to know people who are watching.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And happy knitting.
Happy knitting.
Bye.